What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know, I am Junes, the original, for the Bantu, by blood, not by converge. You know I'm out here to splurge with the what, with the word. Want to give all praise and glory to the Father, for he is worthy to be praised. Want to give shout outs to all those that have been tuning in, all those that have been subscribing. Your brother has hit the 9,000 plus mark. Shout out to all of you guys. You know what I'm saying? I would not be able to be here if it wasn't for you, and if it definitely wasn't for the Father opening my eyes and leading me in the path, that narrow path of righteousness, and hopefully have you guys on board this train that I'm conducting. You feel me? Round of applause for that. Sipping some nice, some nice ginger wine and all that. Hold on, let me put this on. Let me turn this on. I'm gonna record that. Yeah, man. So, back with another one of Repent or Die podcast, man. That weekly broadcast where, what I'm saying, I bring forth stuff that's going on in the hood, things that we need to work on, things that we need to correct. No disrespect. Only thing we desire is respect. You feel me? And on today's lesson, man, on today's episode, I should say, the lesson was yesterday. Speaking of lessons, had a powerful somber conversation titled Jacob's children is still worshiping the wood and stone, even in the truth. Yeah, it's very informative. A lot of brothers will be shocked to see the things that I bring forth, the stuff that you've been lied to that I'm bringing forth. And this is just the beginning of many more. Just the tip of the iceberg. I didn't even get into in depth how I want to. You know what I'm saying? We just waiting for, the tune-ins be higher than, we going for the 300s, the 400s. And when those numbers get there, that's when we're going to start really going deep as far as in-depth information, because the stuff that we bring forth, especially myself, is very time-consuming, very informative, life-changing, soul-changing, and it's really going to take brothers and sisters away from these European satanic lies that's been placed before us ever since we got off these slave ships, right? But on today's episode, it's going to be a good one. And before I do, I got to give you the hood temperature. The hood temperature is the same, Ain't no sunshines where we from. You know what I'm saying? We still dealing with the trials and tribulations. It's still dark, still wicked and evil. You know what I'm saying? And we as people got a lot of work to do to turn that darkness into actual sunshine, right? And on today's episode, I had to title this, it's time. In fact, let me tell you exactly what it is. Building strong black families, prioritizing black women. Yes. Building strong black families and prioritizing black women. Black women needs to be loved again. Yes, I know they fell for the government bait, the I don't need a man, the the feminist movement, that I can do what a man can do. I know they fell for that, but at the same time, we as men must understand that women are the weaker vessels. And what you guys are seeing is only a cry for help. They're crying out because we have abandoned them. We have disregarded their feelings. We have disregarded their trauma as well. We so focused on ourselves, we forgot what these people have done to our women. Just like how we've been back broken, women has been back broken too. Our sisters has been taken, get pregnant, raped, get pregnant, watch their child get taken, snatched right from their hands, put into these other situations, put into the ponds and the lakes. Watch a woman, the first medical patient that was ever conducted by the hands of a European was a black sister. In fact, the exact medicine and pills and drugs that are being given, administered to people from healing comes from a black woman. See, they've always violated our sisters. But we as men have been so focused on us and forgot about them. And the women has always been crying out for men to step up and protect them and love them and honor them and raise them and teach them and show them what a real man's supposed to be, how a father's supposed to be. And we neglected them. We left them out to dry. We left them in this warfare, a battle that they was never supposed to be in, because it was supposed to be for the man to step up into the plate and be the face while she stay in the background and do what a woman's supposed to do. And that was to nourish, teach, comfort. Now we got women doing the providing. We got women doing the protection. And women now are getting tired. And it's time for us as men to prioritize and put these women first. Stop chasing these European women. Stop chasing these other nations. Keep your eyes on the prize. That prize is that Eve. That prize is that virtuous woman. Now, for my sisters, it's important that you know your purpose, because your purpose was never meant to be a police officer. Your purpose was never meant to be a correction officer. Your purpose was never meant to be doing anything to benefit these heathens. Your job was to get married, have children, raise the children, teach the children, love the children, and watch your children blossom to take everything you taught them and go out into the real world and manifest that teachings to the world. That was your purpose. But we've forgotten that. And I can't blame you. I can't blame my sisters. I understand how the devil works. I mean, for God's sake, wasn't it not the serpent who attacked Eve and not Adam? So I understand. And I understand that the system now is designed for y'all to win and the man to lose. So when the sisters fall for the bait and take the bait, she then forgets that she's in a war. She forgets that she's still in the hands of her enemy. She forgets that they're purposely making you get the extra zeros, the extra dollars and commas on your paycheck, so you can look at your man like he's worthless. And when you see a man like he's worthless, I can do bad by myself. So then I'm going to tell the man I don't need him. And once you say you don't need him and you step away from that, you automatically denounce your protection. And when you don't have that protection, that's the way the devil get his interception. He interjects himself into that void. But he doesn't come the way that you think he's going to come. He comes with the system. He comes with the WIC plan. He comes with child support. He comes with these lost individuals, these demonic brothers and sisters whose only purpose on this earth is to destroy households. So they come into your household, they come into your life. You open yourself up thinking that he's the one that's going to treat you right, until you realize he treats you wrong, and then he leaves you out there to dry. And then these sisters gets played by one man, gets played by another man, gets played by this man, gets played by the next man. And by the time that lady is 40, 50 years old, she had enough partners where her value and her appreciation and acceptance in life dropped down tremendously, and nobody wants that. See, these are the things that the system has done. And it's time for men to see that this is what they're doing. And it's time for us to how can I say this? To make sure that these things doesn't occur, especially for us men that's bringing forth a whole lot of females, bringing forth a whole lot of young girls into this world, knowing that you reap what you sow. So we bringing forth a lot of these females and we're not doing the necessary thing to take care of them. We having them and just disregarding them and allowing the system to raise them. Even though we know that the system was designed for the man to be taken away. But for the men, we're not doing that no more. Matter of fact, let me not say what I watch. I just want to let my women know how important you are. How you may be a weaker vessel for the battle, for the war that we are dealing with as black people as a whole. But your strength, the power that you women have, the determination to make sure that your child is taken care of, to make sure your child is fed, to make sure that your child is born. That's a power that can never be matched. I'm not gonna let this broadcast be about demoralizing. We're not gonna do the blame game. We're not gonna point the fingers. Not this time. This time we're gonna say, thank you, sister. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we got caught up by the system. I'm sorry that we, as black men, we fell for the bait. I'm sorry that we allow rappers to tell us that it's money over women. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we view you as just a sex object, that you're nothing more than just a nut. I'm sorry. I'm saying this on my behalf, and if I could speak for every righteous, real man that played this game, that realized what we doing wrong, I'm saying sorry for them too. We're sorry. And we love you. And we love you so much that we want to make this change. And we forgive you. We forgive you for the decisions that you made. We forgive you that you decided that you wanted to go talk to a Wilbur. We forgive you that you wanted to deal with the seed of Cain, the Europeans, the Caucasians, the Shingawans, the Osama bin Ladens. We forgive you. It's our fault. And we're here today in 2023, and from now till the end of time. How can we help? What can we do to be in the good graces of you? This is what we need you to do so you can be in the good graces of us. And the only thing a man desires is just a little respect. It's for you to just play your position. See, when a woman plays her position, no matter if she's the breadwinner, if she's able to play her position, the relationship is at peace. See, they want us to not be married. They want us to not be together. They want us to fight. They want us to separate. They want us to put children into this world in broken households. They want that. Because they know that a husband and wife equals unity. And unity is the primary source in the word community. Ooh. They know that if we are together as one, husband, wife, man, woman, they can't come into our realm with this homosexuality, with this interracial, with this transgender. They're able to do this now because the separation between man and woman has taken place. They realize that we're not prioritizing our women. We're not putting them first. Or shall I say, we're not even putting them in the category. Women has become the least interest upon men. And if they are interest, they only interest for sexual reasons. It's not about building. It's not about like, damn, baby girl, damn, you smart. Damn, you carry all the attributes of a wife. Can I be a king? Can I speak to your father and ask for his permission to take your hand in marriage? And if the daddy's not around, can I speak to your brother? If your brother's not around, can I speak to your grandfather? Your grandfather's around, can I speak to your uncle? Can I speak to somebody that can represent you in an authoritative manner and let us know as men, what can we do to take you home with me, to be with me forever? Once upon a time, being in a marriage 15, 20 years was normal. Now when people do that, people be amazed. Y'all been together for how long? Wow. That's crazy. That's amazing. God be with you guys. This is what we talk about. When I remember being young, my grandmother was, prior to my grandfather dying, but my grandmother was with my grandfather since they was like 13 years old. My grandfather died when he was 70 something. You do the math. This was normal. 30 plus years. They don't even consider that a monumental time in their relationship. 50 years is like, honey, we've been together for 50 years. Because that's the way it goes. We don't have it like that in today's times. Because we're not, as men, we're not prioritizing our women. We're not protecting them. We're not there for them. We're not guiding them. When we see that sisters doing wrong, we're not correcting it. We just let it be. We find it humorous. Because we don't even see our sisters, as wife material. We just see these sisters as sex objects. And the sisters see themselves as sex objects. They want all the attention. Don't tell me you don't want it, because if you didn't want it, you would not come outside dressed like that. You would not go want to get your body done. You would not want to do your eyebrows. You want to do your makeup. You want to do this. You want to put the weave. You want to put the short shorts. You want to do all of it. You would not be doing that if you didn't desire attention. I don't like to hear it when women say, I'm doing this for me because I want to feel good. I want to no, you doing that for attention. Because as soon as you finish getting dressed and looking cute, probably the first thing you're going to do before you step out the door is take a picture, whether it's on Snapchat, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on any social media platform. Somebody will get a picture of you looking your best. You understand? So for me, I don't want that to be the I won't even want to say that. I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say that. No. We just need to start prioritizing our women. We need to bring back the black family. Our community is being oversaturated, is being taken, is corrupted, is being destroyed right before our eyes. I'm watching European men take away beautiful sisters. I'm seeing European women, outsiders, taking away the strong black man. And the strong black man is saying, listen, I can't deal with the ignorant black woman. And the black woman is saying, I can't deal with the ignorant black man. And we go for these other races as the savior to our problems, the savior to our so-called void, our spiritual, physical void. We go run into the enemy. You have forgotten that these people are your enemies. Till this day, in 2023, Matrix year, these people are capitalizing off your misery. They the ones that's taking full advantage of you, and then they're gonna bring their children to ejaculate inside of you, and you're gonna bring forth children. They're doing things that we would rather die than to open our legs up and allow these people to lay with us. Now we're letting these people get inside of us with no effort, and they blind you with a piece of paper. With a piece of paper that has no sentimental value. And we see the stock dropping right now. We see other nations denouncing this. It has no sentimental value. And we allow that to be the reason why these people come inside of you. And when they finish with you, they're gonna put that seed inside of you, and you're gonna bring forth that seed, and that seed is gonna intermingle into the community, and that seed will be the seed to corrupt, destroy, and lead the people astray. Hence what you're seeing right now. I'm gonna tell it how it is. I'm gonna tell it how it is. There's no filter on the Repent or Die podcast. There's no filter. There's nothing but truth, honesty. I'm going to tell you the things that you guys are seeing, too afraid to talk about. I'm not afraid to talk about it. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to gain. Whatever I'm gaining is not even going to be gained on this land. Are you dumb or are you dumb? But as us being black men, the objective is to prioritize our sisters. We need them. They need us. Who told you that you don't need them? Who's feeding our sisters, telling them they don't need a man? Be single. Have fun. Live your life. Who told you to live like that? Who's feeding you this narrative? The factory? The enemy? Who's telling us that a piece of paper, a European man, overrides a strong, beautiful, gorgeous black woman? I'm in a space in my life. I'm so happy. But I got my peace. When you get yourself a good woman, life is easy. Conversations is great. Love making is great. Waking up is great. Going out to do something to provide is even greater, because you're doing it for somebody that you honestly care, you love, you respect, you adore. That's what the Father wants. That's that black love. That's prioritizing that black woman. That woman, listen, our sisters is crying for some real men. Don't get caught up by these Instagram foo-foos. These TikTok wannabes. They are a TikTok time bomb. Don't get caught up. There's still good sisters out here that's desiring, that's begging for a real man. Yes, they are. A lot of our sisters is tired of being around the world, tired of being around the block, tired of having to invest time into relationships and then to come out of it because the man don't want to be a man. The man don't want to protect her. The man don't want to love her. Women are just tired. Women who fell for the bait of, I don't need a man, I'm making good money, I'm doing this. Women that fell for that bait are now coming before the world and saying, listen, don't make this mistake that I've done. I had a lady that said, listen, I divorced my husband because I was making the money, I was doing this, I felt like I didn't need him, so I divorced him. He ends up finding a new woman, married, happy, raising a family. Now here I am, dealt with this man, slept with this guy, slept with that guy before. The value of me has dropped tremendously to the point where nobody want to marry me. Now here I am in my 50s. Ain't got nothing to show for it besides a stupid job that I can care less for. A career that I put before my love, and now I don't have nothing. And then if I could change the hands of time, if I could turn back the hands of time. If I could just do that one time, I would never divorced my husband. I would have dealt with him. I would have just go through the punches. Yes, I was making more money than him, but he was loving me. He was loving me. He was there for me. He protected me. He did things that when I came out and played this game, that none of these niggas was able to provide for me. And she was like, she dealt with the people with the money. That match and surpassed her when it came to financial success. And they still didn't see nothing like what do you got to offer? See, I say that to my sisters because my sisters need to understand a woman wasn't designed to have multiple partners. Let me say this again. A woman was not designed to have multiple partners. A house loses its value when it has multiple homeowners. That one homeowner that keeps that home in tip-top condition, that's the same thing it is for a woman. The owner that keeps the original owner of the house, who keeps that house in tip-top shape, get the highest value for the house. But the ones that had this person living there, then he moved out. The next person, by the time that house gets to the right hands, it's gonna need to be fully demolished and rebuilt. But men don't have the patience nor the time to do that for a woman, because in the back of a man's mind, the mind is like, damn, baby girl, yeah, man, you good, but yo, you been around. So it's hard for a man to take somebody serious that been around. And we got the sisters nowadays that want to live the life of a man. That said, oh yeah, I'll be cheating too. I don't care. Like what? Like, excuse me? Like, I understand you want to get back, but don't try to get back by demoralizing yourself as a woman. Because you are a receiver. You're not a giver. Women were designed to receive. Okay? You are a receiver. Just like a house wasn't designed to make other houses. A house was designed for somebody to walk in and stay in there and love it and cherish it and take care of it. Similar to like a car. When you buy a brand new car, the first person that owns that car, if that car ain't never been in an accident, if it ain't never been into multiple owners, that car is worth numbers. But if the car has been 6, 7, 8, 10 different owners, the value of that car, like, yo, man, I'll give you $50 for that. Same thing for our women. See, you wasn't designed to be what men. You was designed to be a helper. God never made women to be no level of authority, no superior, nothing. All of that is fairy tale lies. European lies. Okay? European lies. And again, this is not me trying to bash my woman. I'm just trying to let my sisters get an understanding. These are the lies. You was meant to be with a king. Your king makes you go through hell. Once you sign that contract and said, this is my king, you gotta just deal with that, mama. You gotta just deal. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing outside. Like what? Like you think What's the chances of our people having a Cinderella story? The Cinderella story is, she was a good girl and she met the guy did her wrong, she moved on, she found the guy, and the guy loved her and treated her like a princess. How many times you gonna get that story? There's 7.5 billion people on this earth. How many times have you heard that to be a success story for black people in the community? Absolutely not, because it was never gonna be that way for us. Because our woman wasn't supposed to be giving herself up to everybody and anybody. Now, if you want to date and want to find the right one, then that's fine. Go on a date, learn the person. Don't open yourself up. Tell that man, I'm waiting till marriage for me to give myself away. And I don't believe in divorces. These are the conversations women supposed to be having on dates. Don't listen to the foolishness that they tell you. Well, on the first date, you're supposed to get to know the person. No. On the first date, I need to know what's your mind frame. Like, what you want out of this? What you want out of me? Don't tell me, yo, man, you look good. I just want to take you on, get to know you. No. Let's get straight to the bread and butter. Listen, I'm looking to be married. I'm looking to have children. I'm looking to settle down. I'm looking to have a king in my life. Are you capable of doing that? If not, I respect it. I go my way, you go your way. No love lost. You ain't get no ass. I ain't take no dick. Everybody ain't gonna get sick. It was just another nice trip. See you later. Hasta la vista, baby. Are you dumb or are you dumb? That's how the game goes. That's how the game goes. And we all made mistakes. I've made mistakes. I'm sure brothers got married with sisters that made mistakes. We all made mistakes, and it happens. But when you didn't know, it is what it is. But now that you know, you held responsible. What are we doing? Are we gonna continue this cycle of demoralizing, the belittling, destroying, corrupting, creating a high level of confusion? Are we gonna continue that, or are we gonna say enough is enough? Let's get this devilish mentality, this European mentality away from us. I don't want to be a Kim Kardashian. I want to be Coretta Scott King. I want to be a Betty Shabazz. I want to be the sister that's stayed loyal to my husband no matter what the circumstances are. I love him so much that I would not even disrespect him nor myself to prove a point. Don't fall for the narrative in today's society, man. Men, please. Prioritize these black women. They need us. Let's rebuild this black family. They need us. Let's be there in these children's lives. Let's show our children unity again. Unity is synonymous with community. You can't spell community without having unity in there. The unity starts in the house. Come on now. Let's fix that. Why can't we fix that? It's time. It's really time. Because if we don't get it right, our sisters is gonna desire these heathens that's white. Our brothers is gonna want these shingle ones that shine bright, that looks light. We're gonna infuse our DNA with the enemy, with the Christopher Columbus, with the Hitlers, with the Bush, with the Jeffersons, with the Lincolns, with the Kennedys, with the Bushes, with the Obamas. Excuse me, with the Santos, Barry Santos, with the Clintons. What are we doing? What are we doing? You need to keep your bloodline pure. I'd rather deal with a Shaquina than deal with a Tina. I would rather my sisters deal with a Sharif than deal with an Oblique. Okay? This is what we gotta do. Let us deal with a Trey Kong, with a Trey Songz or Keyshawn's, and not deal with a Williams song or the Jamer song. You understand? Get yourself an Antoine, not an Anthony. Get an Antoine. Okay? Let's keep it. Let's keep it black, baby. Let's keep our genes, our DNA pure. Out of respect for our ancestors, out of respect for those that was butchered, slaughtered, raped, kidnapped, led astray, molested, put into prostitution, sex trafficking. All of it. Let's represent them, and let's do what's right. You think they dealt with all of that, fought back, got violated, to then see their genealogy freely give themselves up to the enemy? Come on now, have we lost our minds? And this is not a race thing, this is a truth thing. The truth is, I love my people. My people need to be set free. The only way we're going to be set free, the first step is to separate from the enemy, and the enemy is you. You guys and your children, your offsprings. And you trying to infuse your offsprings into our black sisters and have these offsprings running wild in our community, and they're going to be the ones to demoralize and destroy and just corrupt God's creation. So yes, I will come on and say what I'm saying now. Ain't no disrespect. It's the truth. Because this truth is what's going to set us free. I love my people. I love my sisters. You know what's more sexier than seeing a thick, gorgeous woman walking by herself, showing off her body? Look, you know what's more sexier than that? Is when I see a sister with a husband and the child, and everybody is laughing and full of joy, and the wife is in complete obedience, submission to her king. Her man said, we ain't doing that. She says, okay. Nah, I don't want to do that. You can't tell me what to do. That's the child's play. That's what the devil wants. Ain't nothing more sexier than an obedient wife. There's nothing more realer than a strong black man that's holding it down, that don't complain, that don't do nothing but hold it down. Because at the end of the day, all we can do is hold it down. This fight is bigger than what people think it is. And we can never win this fight without a unity, without a family structure. Because if anything is broken, any chinks in the armor, just know that Lucifer's going to get in and he's going to destroy. And Lucifer doesn't just bring the Europeans to destroy, he'll bring his very own. He'll bring an uncle, he'll bring a stepdad. He'll bring a mother's best friend. That's what happens when there's no authority, no father figure. When these people are not around, you listen, everything is fair game. Facts. Everything is fair game. But we ain't doing that no more. This podcast is to be heard all across the radio. The purpose is for it to be heard all across the radio. All across the radio. The purpose is for my brothers and sisters to hear that and be like, yo, man, you right, man. I need to start loving my women again. For God's sakes, some of us got sisters. And you know what's crazy? Let me tell you something about these men. It's crazy, right? So they don't see nothing wrong with violating sisters. But when the next man who's playing the same game like them do that to their mother or their sisters, they're ready to take a body. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't be a part of the ignorance, but when the ignorance is hit close to home, you react to it like you ain't doing it, like it's unacceptable. That don't work that way. That don't work that way. You think us as men is violating us women? We've been violating these sisters, man. I know dudes personally that got over 100 body counts. And the women that the body counts is with, you will be like, damn, bro, you ain't wifing that? Facts. And do what they do and just disappear. And then not knowing that when you do that to a sister, you psychologically messes with her brain. And then you devalue her. And before you know it, that sister is gonna be another statistic. Because she was never meant to be anybody's body count. She was meant to be a wife to a king. She was meant to be a wife to a king. She was meant to be a mother to a prince or a princess. She was meant to be the overseer of the house. See, a woman, let me tell you something. A woman, like the word says, a woman is gonna make sure that her house is how she wanted it to be. Like even for me, see the way she be saying what she be saying. I'm like, for me, I don't be agreeing. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to do that. But I understand where she's coming from. Her vision is gonna be different from mine. Their cleaning is gonna be different from ours because that's their sanctuary. They're making sure that it's nice, clean, beautiful, to fit their narrative. And when you come in there, you gotta respect that. That's what they love to do. We, as men, we gotta make sure that roof stay over their head so they can continue feeling that way. So they can have the lights turned on, so they can clean, so they can look into the areas to mop and find something to do. That's all a woman desires. Of course she wants that love. She wants that love. Women wants the men to prioritize them. You know what a woman loves? A woman loves when a man says, girl, you're beautiful. Beautiful. Tell your woman that she's beautiful right after she gets off her period. Or matter of fact, tell her that when she's on her period. Tell her that when she wakes up and she's sick and she doesn't feel good and she doesn't feel beautiful. You then tell her, what's wrong with you, girl? You're beautiful. I love you. Come here. Come here. Tell a woman that I guarantee you dinner's gonna be cooked in an hour. I guarantee you she won't be like, come with me into the room. I got a surprise for you. I guarantee you. Women do what they do now because society has created this image that black woman has to portray. And if she doesn't fit that standard, she doesn't feel beautiful because every time she on her social media, every time she's on the TV, every time she's outside, she's seeing women doing the foolishness that society has taught them. So women then believe that in order for them to be accepted, she gotta fit that narrative. But as men, when you love someone, you just don't treat them bad. Oh, how I feel so sad. Men, your job is to let her know, like, yo, you ain't gotta do all that. But my ways, when she seen that I seen her, you know, how she was, you know, I popped up unexpected. Like, oh, wait. And I'm like, yo, you all right? You good? You fine. You know what she said to me? She said, yo, this is the first time in my life that I could ever feel like I could be myself without no negative comments, your negative feedbacks, nothing. And I love you for that. And you know what my response is? Is the response that every man's supposed to tell their woman. And it goes like this. If I can accept you and embrace you and love you at your worst, how can I accept you at your best? I mean, what else should be said after that, right? If I cannot love you, honor you, desire you at your worst, who am I to accept you at your best? It's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live. You know what I represent. And again, continue supporting, continue sharing this, continue liking this, continue passing this on to your brothers and sisters, especially to the men. Because it's time to prioritize our women. They need us. They don't want to give themselves up to the enemy. So it's our job to take them and protect them and be there while they deal with the foolishness and the wickedness by the hands of the enemy. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. And for those that don't know, I am Jones, aka also known as Mr. Keep My Foot on You Heathens, You He-Grows, and the newly installed Heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say it one time for the one time. And I'ma holler at y'all.